Hello, it's Sonia here with a Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today we're going to be doing a quick project and we're going to be making a flower, and you could use this for a variety of projects to decorate a hat, clothing item, blankets. So here it is. I didn't weave in any ends, but here is the flower, and it is made in rounds and rows. And it's pretty simple to do. It just uses basic stitches, mostly, actually I think all of it is single crochet, just about. Alright, so to do this sample, I am going to be using my H hook or 5mm hook, and I believe this is some decate weight yarn. I'm not sure what kind it is. It's actually not very soft, so I think it'll be good for an embellishment like this flower. So this project, we're actually going to be doing it with Magic Circle. That is not my favorite thing to do, but I think it just works well. I think with this one, this is an older one that I made. I just chained 2 and then worked the single crochet in there. But some people struggle with that, so we are going to do it with Magic Circle. So if you've never done Magic Circle, don't overthink it. Think of it as a giant slip knot. It uses the same principle. So if you're making a slip knot, which we make them all the time to get started with crochet. So there is our slip knot. We're kind of doing the same things. Okay, so to do the Magic Circle, again, just think of it as a giant slip knot. So this is going to be our tail. This is our working yarn that's coming out of that ball of yarn that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the working yarn, I'm just going to cross it over that tail, and now I've made an X. And I have a circle, so here's my circle, here is my working yarn. I'm going to take this working yarn, I'm going to tuck it under this part of, for some reason, the yarn. I think this yarn was used for a different project. It's all crinkly. So I'm going to tuck it under this yarn right here, part of my yarn. So I'm just going to tuck this under. Now I have a loop. I'm going to grab that with my hook. And we are ready to work. So I've got my hook and I'm just holding onto the working yarn. So what we want to do is we're going to chain 1, and now we want to work 15 single crochet around these 2 strands of yarn. So again, if this is going to be too fiddly or tricky for you, then you can just chain 2 and work 15 single crochet in that chain 2. That is what I did with this guy, but if someone's a looser crocheter, it might be a little bit challenging for you. I mean, I crochet tightly, so it was completely fine, but I'm trying to make this a little easier for everybody, but maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Okay, so let's work our single crochet. So I have those 2 strands of yarn, and I'm just going to grab and work my first single crochet. And I'm going to continue to just work 15 single crochet around those 2 strands of yarn. Okay, and here is stitch 15. So now we have 15 single crochet around those 2 strands of yarn. So now we need to turn this into a circle. So you're just going to pull the tail and then it pulls it closed. And I'm just shaping it into that circle there. So just continuing to pull that tail. Now because there are so many single crochet, it's not going to cinch it completely closed, but I think that's fine. I actually think it's kind of pretty looking with the hole in the center, so it doesn't bother me. But that is round 1 there. So we are going to start round 2. So we're going to join with a slip stitch in that first single crochet, and that does complete round 1 there. So there is round 1 using magic circle with our 15 single crochet. So let's chain 1. So now we're going to work in rows, and we're going to single crochet right back in that same stitch for our first stitch. And we're going to single crochet in the next stitch and in the next one. So now we have worked 3 single crochet, and this is the start of our first petal. So we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now we're going to work 2 single crochet in that first stitch there. We're going to single crochet in the next one and work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So now we will have a total of 5 single crochet. This is row 2, and this is the wrong side. So now we're going to chain 1, turn our work. And this is row 3 of our first petal. So we're going to single crochet in that first stitch. We're going to work 2 single crochet in the next one. And we're going to single crochet in that middle stitch, just 1 single crochet, and work 2 single crochet in the second to the last stitch. And we're going to single crochet in the last stitch. So now for row 3, we have 7 stitches. So let us begin row 4. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work. We're going to single crochet in that first stitch. We're going to work 2 single crochet in the next one. And now we're going to single crochet across until we get to our second to our last stitch. So this, as we have 2 stitches left, this is the second to the last stitch. We're going to work 2 single crochet in that one. And we're going to single crochet in our last stitch. And now we have a total of 9 single crochet for row 4. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work. This is the right side of our work. We're going to just single crochet even. We're going to single crochet across this first petal. Okay, so we are almost done this first petal. Doesn't look like it yet, but it will. Okay, so we have our 9 single crochet. So now we are going to work on down the side of our petal, so the ends of our rows. We're going to work 3 single crochet. So you can kind of see a space right here. We're just going to insert our hook in that space and work a single crochet. So we're working 3, so there's the first one. So there's like another hole there. We're going to insert our hook into there. So this is the second one. And then you can see right here, it's actually, there's a hole there, and this is the stitch. We're just going to single crochet around that for the third one. So now we are for now done this first petal. So now we're going to go back into our circle, and we're going to work 3 single crochet, 1 in each. So we're working a single crochet in that one, single crochet in the next, and single crochet in the next. So we're actually going to be repeating we're going to be repeating the directions for the first petal. So we have our 3 single crochet, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, single crochet and work 2 single crochet in that first stitch, right in that same stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and work 2 single crochet in the last one. We're going to chain 1, turn our work for row 3, single crochet in the first stitch, work 2 single crochet in the second stitch. So we're increasing, single crochet in that center stitch, and we're working 2 single crochet in the next, and we'll single crochet in that last stitch. So now we have 7 stitches for row 3. Row 4, chaining 1, turning our work, we're going to single crochet right in that first stitch, work 2 single crochet in the next, and then we single crochet across until we get to the second to the last stitch, and we work 2 single crochet in there, and then single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, so let's chain 1 and turn for row 5 here, and now we just single crochet across. We have 9 single crochet, and we're almost done our second petal. So there is our second petal. So now we're going to do the same thing as the first petal. We're going to work down the side. And we're working 3 single crochet in the side. So you just find those spaces and work the 3 stitches. And now we're ready to start the third petal. So again, we're working a total of 5 petals, and we're going to just repeat the directions for the second petal. And so I'm going to work my 5 petals here, and then I'm going to show you how to finish off this flower. So I will meet you back. Okay, so here we go. I have my 5 petals, and we are almost done our flower here. So our last petal, we worked the 3 single crochet down. So now we're going to work in a round. We're just going to do 1 round. So we're going to work all the way around these petals. So in this first petal, we're going to work 4 single crochet on the ends of the rows here. So right there, we're just working 4 single crochet. So that's 1, and I did not join, I just jumped right in. And here is 4. So now we're just going to single crochet across the tops of our petals, so that'll be 9 single crochet. Sorry, a little bit tight there. All right, there's 9. So now we are going to work 3 single crochet down. So just working in the single crochets that we had made previously. So now we have worked a total of 16 single crochet around our first petal. And we're just going to repeat that all the way around for the rest of our petals. So here is our second petal, and you can see that hole right there. I just like to work a single crochet in there as my first one because we're working 4. And now we work across the 9. And now we work the last 3 of the second petal. So we have our 16 stitches around the second petal, and we just keep going around. So then we're on the 3rd one. So I'm going to keep going here, and I will meet you back when I am at my last petal. Okay, so I have finished my flower. I worked down my last petal, and so at the end of this is round 1, you're going to have actually 80 single crochet. So then you can cut your yarn when you're done, and then your flower is all done. So the petals can get a little crinkly, but I kind of designed it so they kind of overlap each other like that. I think it looks pretty. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a pansy, a little bit. And then of course you would need to weave in any ends. I mean, you could certainly use this long, I think I'm going to leave this longer tail because I probably make something to sew this on, and so it'll just make life easier to have a longer tail to sew it on. But I will weave in this end here. So you can see if you use different size hooks. So this one, I used the H hook and the DK weight yarn. This was made with worsted weight yarn and an I hook, so definitely different sizes. You could even, if you made like different weights of yarn, you could probably even layer these to make like a more 3D effect. I think that would be pretty. But you could definitely see how you can get different looking flowers using different yarn and a different size hook. Okay, so here is another one I made. I used some hobby, I think it's twirls yarn, so it's not as, it's like a fingering weight yarn here, and I used a C hook and a 2.75 millimeter hook here. So if we have the other two that we made, we can definitely see the size differences here. So this was the I hook and worsted weight yarn. This is the DK yarn with the H hook, and then we have fingering weight yarn. So like you could layer them up to have a cute 3D effect if you wanted to, and then this was with the C hook there. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.